What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you watched my last video, I did say I have a very small issue with the RGB tails. Well, more like my RGB side markers. They are connected to the same Bluetooth LED controllers. My issue with the side marker, one LED is always on, no matter if the car is off or on. I'm really not sure what happened to make it do that. I'm still fairly new to LEDs and soldering and all that. But in this video, I'll quickly explain my setup and a little bit about the app and how it works. It's really easy to adjust once you figure everything else out. So I run the Blue Ghozt RGB controller made by Ghost Lighting. It runs on 5-volt power. It does require some knowledge of wiring. You need to know which wires are brake lights, turn signals, stuff like that. Tap into those wires and you're pretty much good to go. I'm really not the best at explaining these things, so I'll leave a link in the video description for the Ghost Lighting website if you want to check them out. They do a really good job at explaining everything. I pretty much learned everything from their site and the YouTube channel. And they even do a bunch of demos. With that being said, let me show you guys my setup. This is just a really quick breakdown of how I wired that Blue Ghozt module. I already got some panels off. I already got this panel off, and all the setup right here for that Blue Ghozt device is right there. So this right here, I'm going to put a picture up, but this right here is a Blue Ghozt device. Right here is the 12-volt to 5-volt converter. Still messy wires, of course. I never cleaned it up. Definitely want to clean it up where I make the wires shorter, everything more tucked and secure. I got wires everywhere. It does look like spaghetti wires. As for the tails, I already have all the wires tapped in. You see all these colors. This is the RGB wire right here. All these red ones are tapped into the brake light, the running light, the turn signal. All these power wires are connected to here. They basically send a signal to those RGB LEDs. Then it'll set them off, all wired accordingly. I did this all off the car testing first. In the future, I might make a more in-depth video explaining how everything works, but this is just to give you a quick view of what it looks like. I did have a power wire connected straight to the battery, goes all the way down. I snake it through, hiding it all the way here, and ends up over here. You can see those wires right there. It basically leads across and into this side, this setup right here. This is what it looks like when you open up the app. There's different show modes that you can add. Here's all the show modes that you can add, that you can program. There's popcorn, all these popcorn waves, kaleidoscope, starfall, all this good stuff. If you go down to the second one, this is where you program turn signal, parking lights, brake lights. There's different options right there. As you see, turn signal, parking lights. When you press the lock and unlock, it does an animation. When you unlock it, does that rainbow road. It's just how the LEDs, I have it wired up. I do want to make it better. I have it in a line that goes from right there all the way around, and then the wires go right there and around again. I do want to make it a grid. Like I said, this is the first time doing this. The amount of LEDs on this side doesn't match that side. So, you know, being a new builder, I'm still learning about all this, but that's just generally how it works. Brake lights, when you press the brake lights, it can strobe. You can do it off. It's just basic. Going on the third section, this is where you program all the strips. So I'm going to put it in a show mode right here, pink. And as you can see, it looks so dope. Yeah, but it's a pink purple. Yeah, I'd say purple. Yeah, but as you can see right here, side markers, it's a little bit hard to see. It's very sunny and reflective right now, but it is more red. And it's like this because I do have a small amount of tint on this side marker. Originally this is all white chrome, but there's one particular LED in there that's staying on. It's a little hard to see right now, like I said, because it's so sunny out. So really easy to program. I'm going to do it right now. Going to that third section, we have left for, you know, left taillights or whatever you're using for the left side, and then there's a right side right there. Those are the amount of strips. I have 4 lines, so I'm going to go on the left side. I believe there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th one right here. So it is kind of modular where you can add on top of it. And if I wanted to do RGB headlights, I can just add an extra line going all the way down and connecting to that, but you have to just program it accordingly. So right now I'm just gonna turn, I believe this is section 5. You can add sections, you can remove it. Right now I'm just gonna press delete and it's gonna basically remove that. So on the top right, it's saving. It does take a little bit of time. And let's go on the right side so I can delete that side marker also. Yep, right here. I'm gonna go to the right. If you're gonna add more LEDs, you can add more. Right now we are removing. Let's delete that and done. Off camera, I'm gonna install the OEM ones. Let's just cycle through the show modes real quick. I didn't mention it, but you do need to have Bluetooth and location on. I'm not sure why, but that's just how it works. That's how it connects. So let's go to show mode and we can adjust right here. Solid, strobe, sparkle, heartbeat. I think it goes, fades in and out. Okay. Let's crossfire real quick, and we can add colors right here. Just press this plus button. We'll add yellow, green. You can basically pick a color. Just click a color. I'll click yellow and then adjust it. Yep, you can make it blue, whatever color you want. Tons of show modes. I think there's probably 20 show modes. You can make it brighter. You can make the gap size. Set the gap size. Whoa, that's actually pretty. It's like fully customizable. Each show mode has full customizability. Movements. You go super fast, super slow. Brightness. Let's raise that up. I usually have it really low because it's really bright at night. The camera doesn't do it justice. Even if I record it, it does not do it justice. Let me go back to solid. You can delete colors. Let's just make it red, like a normal taillight. Teal, blue, pink, whatever you want. Originally I did have RGB headlights. They had the hex halos right there. They were in a hex pattern, and then I had demonized. I messed up. I didn't seal it properly. I like that Blue Ghozt module better than the one I had for this previous build, the headlight build. I forgot what I got actually. It's a really common one that a lot of people get. I didn't actually install the RGB controller until I fully learned the app, connected it off the car actually. So what I did was I ran all the wires first while still driving the car, while still dailying it. In the trunk of my car, I actually do have the OG LED boards. What I did was I removed all the metal pieces, these little LEDs. I removed them all, and then you just get a pretty much plastic housing. Basically took this board out. The LEDs come in strips. All I did was just line them up like that. But since I have a spare one of these, I might, not sure if I can make a template, plastic template, then just slap it on, and it'll be basically even. It'll be even like this instead of like that staircase pattern. Because looking at it from the side, it is a staircase pattern. I might have to do that. It might be a future project in the works. I'm actually just thinking about it now. What I love about my setup in particular is that anything goes wrong with it, if it loses power, all of a sudden it just breaks, I can just take the taillight off, slap this back in, and it works just like OEM. Other taillight builders, they do have theirs, which is still pretty dope, but they're taillight specific, where they have LEDs in the taillights and not the LED board. Those LED boards can be installed in any taillight, whether it's this one, which I customize, the red stripes. I had them on the red stripes for a little bit. Super modular. You can make it however you want, customize it however you want. So if you guys are really interested and want to take the next steps for doing taillight customization, I definitely recommend that Ghost Lighting Blue Ghozt RGB controller. So because of the issue I have with the RGB side markers, the car battery has been dying a little more often. It's one of those things where it's a double-edged sword. You get some dope-ass RGB taillights at the expense of draining the battery. That Blue Ghozt module does require constant power. I can't add a switch to that module so I can turn it off and on whenever I want, but then the lights in the rear won't work when I lock and unlock the car. And I would have to turn it on every time I drive the car, otherwise I'm not gonna have brake lights. It's really just my setup and my scenario in particular. That's the great thing about learning how to do it yourself. You get to fully customize however you want. Honestly, it's only an issue if the car sits for over a week. And now since I fixed the issue, the car battery shouldn't die as often anymore. I learned a lot doing this by myself, so I'm gonna make a cleaner, more organized LED board for version 2. I'm also gonna be using a very similar setup for a future headlight build, so definitely stay tuned for that, guys. Anyway, guys, that wraps it up for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.